Hi guys, I'm Jordan Peters of TrainedbyJP, and today we'll be going through an upper body workout. The aim of today's session is to hit every body part in your upper body. So obviously when doing that, we need to reduce the volume somewhat. The aim of this week's training is to hit the upper body as frequently as possible. So the training setup this week is upper, lower rest, upper, lower rest. So then how you have to set up the training volume to allow you to hit your upper body numerous times in 1 week is quite important, and I'll be going through that today. For each of the exercises that I've chosen, I'll only be doing one work set initially. As the weeks progress through this plan, I'll assess what body parts need more than one work set, or if one work set totally suffices. As always, I'm logbooking my sessions. This is really important because the focus here is progressional overload. So I have my session planned out today, and I have the numbers that I intend to hit, and as long as I hit those, I know I've progressed. If you don't progress in your sessions, then you need to address an aspect of your programming in the sense that is your volume too high again, and then you need to cut back your work sets, or is your diet not quite on par to facilitate your training, or is even something smaller, your hydration or your sleep. So these are the aspects that you need to focus on. In today's session, I'll be focusing on decline press for my chest move, upright row and side laterals for my shoulders, dips for my triceps, lat pull down for my lats, dumbbell row again for back, and then shrugs to finish. If you look at the exercises, there's crossover between all of them. So obviously, decline press and dips tie in a lot of the pressing movement, pressing muscles, and then the upright row again ties in a lot of the pulling muscles in sync with lat pull down and dumbbell row. So despite hitting one exercise per body part, you're getting crossover from the other exercises. So then across the session, everything's being stimulated as it needs to be. So I'll start to go through that session now, and then as I'm going through things, I'll again explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and then hopefully that'll give you guys something to take home and apply to your own session. First exercise of today's upper body session is decline barbell press. As we increase the weight of our warm-up sets, we're going to decrease the reps. So as we get closer to our work set, we're going to literally drop down to just singles and doubles, just so our body's completely ready to handle the work set without wasting any energy. When logbooking your sessions, this is really imperative because you don't want to be taking away anything from your work sets. It's a key mistake you see with a lot of guys in the gym, that they'll do sort of 10 reps, 10 reps, 10 reps, 10 reps on sub-maximal work sets. So immediately change that. As you get higher, drop down the reps, and you'll have a lot more in the tank for your actual work set. Good. So that was the last warm-up set that Corinne's going to do. You'll see that was 80 kilos for 1 rep because her work set's on 90 kilos for 6 to 7 reps. So like I said, don't be afraid to just drop down to a single. So you save all the energy, but you've got quite close to your work set. So you've prepared your body for the load that you're about to put it under. So this is my last warm-up set that I'll be doing, which is just a single on 140. As you can see, I've really slowly pyramided up, and previously I've had pec injuries, so it's important that I make sure that I can get as much blood in there as I can before trying my work set. Two, one. So today, I haven't had any carbohydrates up to my training session, and then the first intake of carbohydrates was about 15 to 20 minutes pre-workout, which today was in the form of cyclic dextrin, and then combined with that is Pepto Pro, and then on top of that, and then using creatine, taurine, beta-alanine, and L-carnitine L-tartrate. Those for me are sort of pre, intra, post-workout staples. I make it as just one big shake that I sip the whole way through. The difference in terms of recovery, I feel is huge. To train at max frequency, you need to make sure that you're trying to do everything you can to recover as best you can. And for me, that's a big aspect of my recovery capabilities. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Good. 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 Big 3, come on, work for these. Work for these. Big 2, come on. Explode off your chest, work for this, come on. Come on. Up. Again, last one. Control it down, fire it up, keep your hips down. Up. Again. Come on. Come on, Corinne. Up, 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 up. Good. 3, 2, 1. Stay with Corinne. Now we're moving on to upright row. As you can see in the way in which Corinne's doing it, we're taking a wide grip and just pulling to the chest line. So we're literally focusing totally on the side delt form in the movement. I don't want to bring as much bicep into it as if you would go narrow. Obviously you can't avoid totally bringing any bicep into the movement or pulling any trap in. But if you keep it wide and you concentrate on just performing like a side lateral but on the straight bar. Again, we'll warm up in the same fashion, where as we get close to our work set, reps will drop down. For this exercise now, we're obviously actually quite warm. You won't need anywhere near as many warm-up sets as if you would for your first exercise. Come on, Corinne. Dig in now, come on. All side down, come on. Good. side laterals. Again, still just one work set where we're looking to drive the weight up as powerfully as we can, and then getting some sort of eccentric control under it. With side laterals, I don't actually like to exaggerate the eccentric tempo to the extent I do on other lifts, because I find that the weight that you lift will diminish quite quickly, and obviously that results in a less amount of motor units that you're recruiting, which knocks onto less muscular gains. As long as you have some sort of handle under the eccentric, then that's good. Last one, drive it up. Good. You'll notice I won't waste any time warming up. My side delts are completely ready to go. Whole shoulder girdle is warm. So for this, it's just straight into work set. Doing dips weighted, just be really conscious of your depth. Obviously you're looking to work the movement in a full range to ensure you are pulling in as many muscles as you can, but obviously if you've had any pre-existing injuries, this is where it's going to be made vulnerable. Like for me, having only just finished my run of comps, this is an exercise where it takes me a long time to build my strength back up, until I have more sort of lubrication around the joint, I won't be back up to what I normally can dip. But like I said, well, once you have your logbook in place, progressions will fly in. Spot. Yeah. I'll take my time warming up again on that pull down because I'm now trying to shunt a lot of blood from my pushing muscles now obviously to my back. And so despite me being really warm and sweating, it's now about moving blood. And until I feel that I've moved that blood into my back, I won't do my work set. Again, you'll see the grip position I'm taking isn't super wide. I don't feel that a wide grip chin or a wide grip pull down is effective. I find as soon as you go sort of too far beyond shoulder width, you start to lose power quite quickly. And again, I find that quite a vulnerable position on the shoulder joint. So take your grip just outside of shoulder width, and this is where you'll be able to effectively recruit your lats. You in? You in? Let's go. Nice. Good. Good, Corinne. Drive it up. You'll notice the tempo at which Corinne's lifting. We're looking to really explosively drive down, and then again, this is probably one of the moves where we really exaggerate the eccentric. Drive down, then control, control, control. Nice. Then big stretch, power it down. Control, control, control. Here we go. Now that I've shifted onto the pulling exercises as well, like I really want to regather my breath, regather my energy, and make sure I feel somewhat fresher going into this. But like I said, I've taken my time warming up to my work set. Because I only have one work set, this one is important. And I really want to make sure that I feel good to go. So don't be afraid to take an extra minute or even an extra 2 minutes before you do your work set, so you can really attack the weight. Again, this is important when you're logbooking, because as the loads increase, you will really feel that you need that extra minute. But then create the intensity in your work set, so make sure you're going to all-out failure. We're now going to move on to dumbbell row. I have recently switched over the way in which I do these to 2 arms at the same time. I find then you have less rotation versus a single arm. And with a single arm, you'll be inclined, once you reach failure, to twist. This will start to recruit more of the trap and the rear delt versus the lat, which is what we're trying to target. So both arms at the same time means that you can't rotate, and then you get a good contraction of the lat. And obviously dumbbells versus barbell means you can drive the elbows further back, and also then working things one arm at a time, working each arm independently means you're not going to create any imbalances. Let's go. Big back. Good. 2, good. Head forward. 3. 4, good. 5. Come on, Corinne. 6, good. 7. Nice. Good. Good, yeah. Well done. Normally in a typical upper lower split, you wouldn't need to put a shrug move in because they're getting recruited adequately across the whole session. So, because obviously in this upper lower split, you don't want to over specify. So a movement like this, for most people I wouldn't normally put in, but for me, my traps are quite underdeveloped versus the rest of my body. So they're an exercise that has to come in. Thanks guys, that's the end of the workout today. Tomorrow I'll be then on to my lower body session, which will consist of squats, stiff leg deadlifts, glute ham raises and calf raises. That's it. I'll do 2 work sets for my squats, 2 work sets for my stiff leg deadlifts, and then 1 work set for my glute ham raises. Again, all these are at max intensity. Then I'll take a day off, and I'll be back onto my upper body session again. So then you'll see the turnaround of the sessions is real quick, which again, once you actually try this, you'll feel that if you added too many work sets to the session, you simply won't recover for the next one. So remember, the goal that we're trying to do here is stimulate the muscle as frequently as possible, but allow it to fully recover from each session. So you've got to find that balance in which you can recover and grow without overtraining and without undertraining. And everyone's different, so you just got to judge your own recovery capabilities. Throughout this 6 weeks of me training 2 on 1 off, I'll film numerous sessions, and then I'll then film how I then progress this onto 3 on 1 off. So keep checking the videos, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you.